Hi everyone, it's Ruby, and I'm going to do a quick walkthrough video today about our go closet. That's the supplies that we have prepared in case we need to evacuate, and we hope that this video will help you get prepared and get ready just in case some terrible thing happens and it causes you to need to leave your home at a moment's notice, never to return. So this is kind of just an overview of the things that we have packed, and we'll start at the bottom with really crucial things like water and all of the supplies for cat evacuation. We may even get a cameo appearance from Yard Tiger. She likes to protest whenever we do any type of video or talking to people. That's not her. So she severely disapproves of this whole endeavor. In any case, we've got cat carriers all ready to go. We have 3 cats, so we have 3 carriers. One thing that's really neat, we got some crib sheets, like for a child's sheet, and it actually fits really well and fits over the whole thing. So each of the cat carriers have a dedicated crib sheet, so it's a lot nicer for them to evacuate if they can be kind of covered up. So back down to the bottom, we got our water like we talked about. That pink bin is food, and that's enough food for about a week for Chris and me. In the gray tub, we have kitchen stuff, so implements for cooking, there's a cutting board in there, that type of stuff. That green rolling bag is my main go bag, so that's got my clothes and toiletries, and there's also a binder in there with essential information that we'd want to have if we needed to leave. There's a pretty robust first aid kit here, and we'll talk about what's in there as well. And then the final thing is my pack. So that's got all of the things that we would need if we had to sleep outdoors. So things like tents and sleeping bags and all of that. So that's kind of what it looks like. Now your setup doesn't have to be robust as this. It could be more stuff, it could be less stuff, but you really want to think about is what you would need if you needed to leave home, be gone for at least a few days. Now, it's also really helpful to include things like, I have a family photo album in that green bag. It's really my only piece of memorabilia since I lost all of the rest of the things in the Alameda fire, and my dad made it for me after that. So I know that if I have to leave, I have everything I need for a couple of days and something special that's family in case I never come back. Finally, I wanted to show you guys, I put all this stuff together for the cats into one single bin, so I kind of wanted to give you a view on what's in there. So there's food, and there's extra water in there for them. There's litter and disposable little food dishes. There's a ton of different treats and snacks that they like, and there's an actual scoop. You'll need that if you need to evacuate with cats. So really think about all of the different things that your animals will need over a course of a few days to a week, and just put those aside together somewhere that's easy to grab. Additionally, if you or your animals take any prescription medications or any medications on a regular basis, make sure that you take them with you. So here we have the medicine that Dex takes and an extra pill popper because I don't want to try to give him the pill without that, so I bought an extra one for our spare kit. And then these are actually flea treatment. Depending on where you have to shelter, your animals might be exposed to fleas, so we figured it's good to have that, and we did end up having to buy some when we were evacuating. A lot of folks have been asking what goes in our first aid kit, and what should be in your first aid kit are things that you know how to use at your level of skill. So if you want to have more robust things in your first aid kit, you definitely want to get some more robust training in how to use them, because it doesn't matter if you have the supplies, if you don't know what to do with them in an emergency, it's just as bad as not having them in the first place. So first off, we have a little pocket here for medication, and that's all just kind of over-the-counter stuff, but if you took any prescription medication, you could put it in that pocket as well. And then the other side has supplies for minor injuries, so that's like, bug bites and little cuts and bruises, that kind of stuff. And then the more serious equipment is in the main part. There's some diagnostic tools like a thermometer and a little flashlight, and we've got a pulse oximeter, a whole lot of stuff for triage and bandaging, trauma dressings, and we actually have some specific burn injury equipment coming soon. So there's an awful lot more in this kit, but basically the point is you should carry the type of first aid equipment for injuries that are likely to be sustained in case of an evacuation. So our main concern is fire, so we have a lot of things that would be good in case someone gets burned. Cuts and scrapes are always common, and it's good to have, sort of a stash of your standard non-prescription pain relievers and that type of thing. Certainly when you evacuate, you can expect a headache, so nice to have some aspirin. And this kit's really small and compact, so it will travel easily, and it's, can be a duffel bag, etc. Anyway, pretty excited about the first aid kit. Hope we never have to use it. So here's what's in our kitchen bin. Most important thing I want to draw your attention to is this bad boy right here, a can opener. It's an actually nice can opener, and I put 2 in our kit. After a disaster, it's almost impossible to find a can opener. We've also got some disposable plates and cups. We've got a mess kit. We have a water filtration system, and that's just a really small little water filter there. So in case we need to be purifying our water, we'll be ready for that. Got a lot of Ziploc bags and trash bags too. Trash bags were a real pain point when we evacuated before. It's really hard to throw anything out because we didn't have anything to put trash in. Some plastic cutlery, and then we've got some knives and a cutting board, dish soap, that kind of stuff. And this is all born out of the things that I wish that I'd had when we left the first time.